What's up, geeks and gamers? It's Jeremy coming to you with another live stream. I was going to say video, live stream, whichever. How are you all doing today? I don't really have any topic to talk about specifically. I just wanted to go live and talk to all of you. So tell me how you're doing. Talk to me. Hologram Nunchuck said, got a notification. That's what's up. Jennifer G says, hi, Jeremy. Jeff, what's up? Chuck. MCOC Josh, Igniting the Stars, JBD, Space Alcoholic, ML Productions, Viper Chief, MCOC Josh with the hearts, Silva, the mascot possibly for Geeks and Gamers, Dylan. Well, so all of you now, I see all of you there. So let me send this out on Twitter really quick. And let's see here. So I'm seeing some of you are getting notifications. I'm extremely excited to see this. So that's great. All right. We're live. Boom. Boom. All right. So looks like people are getting, a few of you are getting notifications. So that's awesome. Fez says, I'm so happy I got a notification. Swig of water for the notifications working. We actually have notifications working for a few people. Swig of water for notifications working. All right. So, man, lots of people. This is maybe the most notifications. Just found out about Sports Wars. Subbed instantly, says Andrew Meyer. Well, welcome to Sports Wars. We are kicking ass on the Sports Wars channel. I listened to all of you. I listened, okay? You said you didn't want sports on the channel, so I even broke on WWE. I tried to put some WWE content on here. I know a lot of you enjoyed it, but it didn't really get the attention it should have, so I moved WWE over to Sports Wars, and while it's not going to get the views that it would get on this channel, in respect to the amount of subscribers we have on Sports Wars, the WWE video is doing really well, so I'm happy about that. So it's going to be cool moving forward, but Sports Wars has got a lot of great content. Obviously, Geeks and Gamers has a lot of great content. GeeksandGamers.com has a lot of great content. P. Dillon says, love your post in the Facebook group. Yeah, if for those of you that don't know, so for years and years, Geeks and Gamers operated on Facebook groups along with our website, obviously. But our Facebook group was like, that was the thing that we put the most attention into. I dedicated so much of my time and life to our Facebook group, and years and years and years built our team. And the Facebook group has been great for us for a long time, but it became pretty clear to me that the people, like the Facebook group, just wasn't going to really help push the brand forward. It just wasn't. We weren't getting subscribers from the Facebook group. We weren't getting traffic from the website or to the website from the Facebook group. And so I decided at the beginning of the year, I was like, I'm gonna break off from the groups, and I'm going to take over our YouTube channel, and we're going to continue to revamp our website, things like that. So the Facebook group has kind of been, doing its own thing. I'm not running it anymore. And I made the decision a few weeks ago to kind of like completely distance myself and the brand from our Facebook group. And it's mainly a Geeks and Gamers fan group. There's 18,000 people in that group. I love a lot of people in that group. They're great. But, it's time for us we've got a lot of things we're trying to accomplish, and it's time to let that aspect of it go and move on to more things. And so my community manager, Siobhan, made a post today talking about some of the new changes, and a lot of people were upset. So I had to come in there, and I had to drop some knowledge for everyone and speak some hard truths. So that's what I did. So I'm happy that a lot of you saw it. And, I do. There's a lot of good things that come from the Facebook group. I mean, hell, Facebook themselves invited me, invited our editor-in-chief at the time to Chicago. And luckily enough, he picked me to go with him. And Facebook paid for us to go to Chicago, put us in this super nice restaurant or super nice hotel, fed us food that I couldn't pronounce. It was incredible. I got to be in the same room with Mark Zuckerberg when he made this announcement with Facebook doing these changes. It was broadcast on CNN and everything, and I was there on Facebook's dime. But Facebook's just not, I'm done with Facebook. I'm done with it. It just doesn't help grow your platform at all. Okay, so let me see what we got going on here. Is EVS in here? I see people talking about EVS. Okay, Jonathan M, like Pearl Jam, I have seen their. Have you seen their latest poster? I like Pearl Jam. Obviously, Jeremy has spoken. That's my name. Early Pearl Jam, you know, when they had Even Flow and all of that. So I liked Pearl Jam earlier on, but not recently. I have not seen their latest poster though. So, all right, Legion2277 says, may the force be with you. Thank you so much, Legion. I appreciate that. Michael Hand, how does a guy from Florida become a Pats fan? Well, technically I'm from Alabama. So I'll try to be quick on this, but Michael Hand did pay for a super chat. I have to address his sports-related question, so I'll make it quick. I grew up in Alabama. I was an Alabama fan my whole entire life. Pro football, I didn't really follow pro football because we didn't have a team in the area. And so I always followed players from college. Tom Brady beat the hell out of Alabama his final game at Michigan. I hated Tom Brady for a little while. I really wanted him to fail, and he kept being awesome. And so eventually Brady earned my respect. So that's how I really came to love the Patriots, because my hatred for Tom Brady turned into respect. So that's it. And so I can explain more of that on the Sports Wars channel. We may go live on Sports Wars a little bit later, myself and Pat Brumfield. So, okay. Nicholas Glenn saw the live stream Monday. Matt was on with several other YouTubers. Dang, he straight up lied and got destroyed. You guys were tame compared to those guys. Yeah, those guys went in on him. I mean, look, Mundane Matt has built up a lot of anger over the last few years. And these guys have a right to be angry with him. And so, you know, I'm not going to fault anybody. I mean, he's actually put people's livelihood in danger by false flagging these videos. So people have a right to be angry with him. They really do. And so, you know, there's really nothing I can say that's going to, I'm not going to say anything bad about those guys because I think they're completely justified. All right. Does Jeremy respect Whammon? Of course I do. I hashtag it every day. I'm a level 7 Whammon respecter at this point. Level 7. So I'm good. I'm good to go at this point. All right. Jonathan M. Poster is burning monuments and a rotting Trump corpse. Really? Wow, man. I'll have to check that out. I will have to check that out. Unbelievable. Ugh. Here we go with politics. You know what I'm saying? So, all right. What is false flagging? It's when he was flagging videos and like flagging them and then getting copyright strikes, or copy strike, as Alinity says to PewDiePie. Can we copy strike PewDiePie? But so he was striking these videos, causing a lot of these channels to get strikes against their channel where they couldn't live stream for 90 days, things like that, all because they talked about him in a video. I mean, people talk about me in videos a lot too. You just got to roll with it, man. Anytime you have any kind of presence online and you give people a reason to talk about you, they're going to talk about you. I mean, it sucks. You got to have thick skin to do this. You just do. You got to have thick skin. So, let's see. Sola Dune Dane. My dog's name is Leia too. So here's $2. Hey, thank you. Thank you so much. Leia, I will buy Leia a new toy. She tears up her toys. You know, she tears up her toys constantly, so I'll buy her a new toy with that. Let's see. The Rookie Critic. Hey, Jeremy, I gave cash to EVS and World Class. Now here's a little slice of the pie. So hands off EVS. Thank you so much, The Rookie Critic. And always good to know that, you know, you support the Fandom Menace. So thank you so much. Aaron, Gaming with Geeks, $1.99 super chat. That's my boy, Aaron, who runs the Geeks and Gamers podcast network. And he often trolls me a lot. I'm surprised his super chat does not have a troll in it. I'm thinking he probably sent it without actually putting his troll comment, because that's what Aaron does to me. All right. Dermot D. Jeremy, will you wear a body cam to celebration? Maybe all the high council should. Yeah, I'll probably like maybe a GoPro or something like that. That's probably an idea. I think that would be pretty cool. So, yeah, that's definitely a possibility. John Robertson, has anyone heard from Mike Zero? Not yet. I haven't tried. I was going to talk to Theory and see if he could, you know, get me in contact with him, but I haven't reached out to Theory yet. So, let's see. Stop hitting people with claims 1 hour after video upload. Parody is fair use. Fake SJWs. Thank you for hate watching me. The DJ D Show. Are you getting hit on your channel? I'm sorry, man. That really sucks. Let's see, Phoenix. Much love to this channel, bro. Phoenix, thank you so very much. Always supportive. Really appreciate it, man. Thank you. Jeremy, check your Twitter notifications. Matt apologized for literally the 31st time. Good thread. Let me get on Twitter real quick and see what he's talking about here. Oh, my mentions are kind of out of control at the moment, so. Oh, wow, there it is. He apologized. Let me see. All right. If you guys want to go to his Twitter account and check it out, I don't want to read that. That's a pretty long thing. So I'll check it out later, and we'll go from there. But look, this is what he's needed to do. He's needed to apologize. He needed to get out in front of this. I think he missed his window, unfortunately. But, you know, we'll see. I'll see what he says. I'm trying to catch back up. Boop, boop, boop. Jordan K says, love your channel. Thank you so much. When will you be live streaming Disney with Ivan X Winger 1611? It's a bit, look, I'll be honest with you guys. It's a business decision. I've not been live streaming a lot this month because I'm trying to shift my focus over to Sports Wars. I mean, we're doing fine this month. Don't get me wrong. But for me to go to Disney, I've got to buy tickets for Ivan. You know, I get really good rates on hotels, but we still have to pay for the trip down there. We're definitely going to make it happen, but I'm trying to figure it all out. So, you know, but it seems like a lot of you want to see it happen, and I love Walt Disney World, and I think we can definitely show a lot of you a different side of it with all of my experience and the fact that Ivan is such a talented filmmaker and an editor. So it's going to happen along with Universal. Now, I'm not as versed at Universal as I am Walt Disney World, but I know enough. I have connections at Walt Disney World and at Universal Orlando. So I can definitely, you know, get somebody that knows a little bit more about Universal with all of the Harry Potter stuff and the Nintendo land that they're developing. There's some incredible opportunities in Orlando. So does your Geeks and Gamers email accept PayPal payments? Morgan McGinnis. Yeah, I mean, if you want, it's jeremy@geeksandgamers.com is the PayPal if anybody is interested in that. So jeremy@geeksandgamers.com. And yes, it does. Okay, let me catch back up. There's a few super chats I got to get to. Okay, Comrade Commodore, hitting on your roommate's girlfriend's sister was a bad move, bro. What? I don't even know what you're talking about. Hitting on your roommate's girlfriend's sister was a bad move, bro. I don't know what you're talking about. Am I missing an inside joke there? I'm not sure. Aaron Gaming with Geeks. Comrade, you got to explain that one to me, bro. I'm sorry. Maybe it's just over my head. Aaron Gaming with Geeks. Here's money. You're a piece of crap. Everyone, Aaron Gaming with Geeks. The leader, the person that runs our podcast network, and all he does, he lives to talk shit to the boss. He lives to do it, and that's the kind of team we have at Geeks and Gamers, man. It's a shit talking. If you're not talking shit, then we're probably not getting anything done. So much love to Aaron. Global Cop, $2. Thank you so very much. You want me to read this thing of Monday Matt's out loud? I need everybody to tell me in the comments. If you want me to read his apology out loud, I will. And we can go from there. Let's see. Am I still boycotting episode 9? I never said I was boycotting episode 9. I don't know what I'm going to do with episode 9 yet at this point. The Rookie Critic. I missed the High Council yesterday, had drinks, and playing N64 with my Marine buddy instead. I'm making a video about appreciating the High Council. Fuck yeah, man. Thank you. And playing N64 with your buddies? Bro, that's awesome. You'll never hear any hate from me on that one. Rebel Scum, I got a notification. I must be special. Mattuine, coming to you with equality. I can't wait to talk smack with you on Sports Wars. Me neither. I can't wait. Looking forward to it. Memphis Dale. Okay. Memphis Dale, what's up, Jeremy? Just want to give you a shout and see how your day was going, and don't wear that Patriots jacket no more. Okay. No, yes. You guys are, I'd say it's like 75-25 yeses. So I'm going to have to lean with the yeses. I'm going to have to read Mundane Matt's apology. Okay, Comrade Commodore, my roommate, I hit on his girlfriend's sister. She's not happy. Pray for me. Oh, snap. Yeah, man. We got your back. We got your back. Okay, let me pull this up. All right. This is from Mundane Matt on mundanematt.com. Hi, everyone. I want to begin by saying that I appreciate your patience with my silence these past few days. I wanted to take some time to reflect on the situation before making a public statement. First things first, I would like to apologize for the videos I reported, for bullying and harassment. It was wrong of me to do. I made a human error. I deeply regret my actions. There is no excuse for reporting critical videos. YouTube is a space that is for all sorts of expressions, and being critical of someone you disagree with is probably the most important form of expression. My platform allows, the platform allows. I do believe in free speech and freedom of expression, and my actions were absolutely unethical to my core principles, and I'm remorseful for that decision. I would like to address the accusations that have been leading a mass flagging campaign against all critical commentary of me. This is simply false. Many of you have been asking if I plan to quit YouTube, and I do not. This is my home. I love what I do, and I love that I get to do it every day. My mistakes are mine to own, and going forward, all I can do is work very hard to be a better person, which is exactly what I am doing. I understand that my decision to report those videos for harassment and bullying has given many a reason to lose their trust in me. All I can do is work hard to regain that trust. It will be a long road, but one that I am prepared to travel. Thank you to my friends, family, and subscribers for your continued support. I appreciate you. Thank you, Matt Jarbo. So there you go. I don't know, man. It's hard to really process everything because of how much has happened. Arkham released boycotting is sexist. It should be people-cotting. That was a good one. That's a good one. John Matrix says, let me see. I just lost my feed. Hang on just a minute. All right. John Matrix says, dude, switching from Sprint to T-Mobile today because of military plan has cost me an arm and a leg because I can't use Sprint phones even with SIM cards. Just found out. Sucks. Rant over. Sorry about that, man. Yeah, it's always tough when you have to switch carriers, man. So I really I feel for you on that one, brother. Okay, so let's talk about this Mundane Matt apology. I just read it. If you're just joining us, Mundane Matt released a full in-depth apology for everything that happened. If you're not familiar with the situation, I couldn't really sum it all up for you right now, but he just released a full in-depth apology. Look, all I'm going to say is this. It's really simple. I am not above people apologizing and accepting it. With that, accepting that apology means nothing in terms of I'm not having Matt back on this channel. I'm not interested in having Matt on this channel. I had Matt on this channel. A lot of you were very vocal with me in terms of having him on. And I stood by my decision to have him on. But after the High Council and after this latest incident, I don't have a lot of trust in him. I wish him the best. I hope that he finds whatever piece he's looking for and he figures it out. But as far as I'm concerned, you know, good luck to him. And I'm kind of done with it. You know what I mean? And that's it. Like I said, I'd never, ever talked to Matt before until he called me out on Twitter because he was mad that I had a video that was doing well, I guess. And after that, that was our first interaction. And that's it. So it really comes down to it comes down to the situation. When people get caught, they apologize. I mean, I don't know, man. You know, like for me, when I had that video that I made that got age restricted back in the day when I was calling out Star Wars Explained, or me and Star Wars Explained had our big dust up, nothing happened. Nobody, like, I didn't get in trouble per se. I had it age restricted, which I didn't know what that meant at the time. And so I decided to take the video, put it on private after, you know, he and I talked and put our differences behind us. A lot of people said that I took the video down because it was a deal that was made between he and I. And I'm like, no, that's not even remotely close. I took the video down because it got age restricted, and that scared me because I didn't know what that meant. Now, I don't know if someone reported my video. I don't know if that was just YouTube. I mean, I dropped like 60 something F-bombs in it. I didn't make any threats. I just simply said like, hey, you know, one day you're gonna have to see me face to face, and we'll see if you say the same things about me in person that you said on camera. But it wasn't a threat of violence. But anyway, took the video down, and we put our differences behind us, and it's time to move on. So with this, it's just like, how many times you got to apologize, bro? How many times, you know? And it just, I don't know. I wish him the best, but that's all I can say about it. So if you're just joining us, I was just talking about Mundane Matt did a full apology on his website. You can go over there and check it out. I'm not going to read it again. I just read the whole thing. Mark Sizemore, Jeremy, I've been watching your channel for a while, and I got to say, I believe in Geeks and Gamers 100%. Mark, thank you. Thank you so much. Swig of water for the working man. I've never claimed that I'm perfect. I've never claimed I won't make mistakes at Geeks and Gamers. I've never claimed that I'm the best at anything. All I've claimed is that I'll be straightforward with our audience and with the people that support us. That's all I can be. If I mess up, I'll tell you. If I say something that's wrong and someone challenges me and brings new information that I wasn't aware of, I will own it. And if I feel that I'm right, I'm going to stand by it. And that's really what it comes down to. When people get some type of relevance on the internet, man, it's like they feel like they have to appear to be this perfect person. And I'm like, why? We're not perfect. Nobody's perfect. And anybody that tries to act like they are is just being disingenuous. And I don't want to ever come off like I'm trying to act like I'm better than anybody, because I'm not. I'm just a dude who has opinions. It's that simple. So, Brian Ross, Pork Wallet. That's right. Hashtag Pork Wallet. Okay, so we had a couple of super chats. The Rookie Critic. Is this apology number 9,000 by Matt? Probably. We're getting close to that. Lando says, proper Jeremy is a perfect human male. Yes, he is. Proper Jeremy is perfect. Proper Jeremy knows how to speak eloquently with proper enunciation. Regular Jeremy doesn't know that, and regular Jeremy does not respect women. I respect women. All right. Basil says Mundane Matt needs Zoloft prescription. Basil says also no sports unless it's NHRA. Well, overall sports wars, I'm sure we can work that out. Nate Dog B, roll damn tide, brother. Roll tide. Roll tide. Let's see. Laura, Ryan stole my fan fiction. Poof. Too much Matt. Well, we can move on from Matt. We can move on from Matt. Laura, you have a voice in this community, so we can move on from Matt. Let's see. Hey, there's a petition to fire Bob Iger. Bob Iger's not going anywhere. He's no way. He's made way too much money. He's made way too much money. So, but Kathleen Kennedy may. So take a drink every time Jeremy drinks water in his live stream, says Viper Chief. Jeremy, please talk about Rainn Wilson's pedophile tweets. I heard somebody told me about this, but I haven't looked at it yet. I think I got tagged on Twitter. My Twitter for notifications are kind of crazy. So, I haven't looked at, I'll look into it and I'll see if I can, maybe tomorrow on the Doomcock live stream, I'll talk about it. I'll get more context and I'll get back with you guys. Doomcock tomorrow on the Geeks and Gamers live stream. As a matter of fact, I'll set up a, give me a minute. I know I made this announcement. I've got to go back into my messages really quick and see what we talked about. 7 p.m. Central Time tomorrow for Doomcock. Doomcock and myself will be live on the Geeks and Gamers channel. Tracy says the Meg was lame. I mean, Meg, what? I'm not saying it was a great movie. I just had a lot of fun with it. I thought it was stupid fun. Stupid fun. So, let me see. We need a council of Jeremy and have a live stream with you and every other Jeremy, says Flows Flow. Whew, that's a lot of editing. I may have to record all of that, a bunch of different conversations that the Jeremys are having, and then throw it all over to Ivan and let him edit it together. That's a pretty big project, though. So we'll see. We'll see. The Rookie Critic, I'm not aware of your memes. Can you name a few? I don't know. You mean memes or the different versions of me that I've kind of invented on this channel? There's Proper Jeremy. There's SJW Jeremy. There's a few I can't even keep up. But as far as Twitter goes, there's like all these parody accounts of me. There's Proper Jeremy account. There's Jeremy's copy of Mario Kart with a C. There's Jeremy's hat. There's There's Jeremy's notifications. There's a lot. Memes. There's a few. I ran across a few memes in our Discord server. If you guys are interested in our Discord server, I can drop a link to it. There's like a shit posting one there. And let me see if I can find it. I'm looking. Give me just a minute. I've got so many things bookmarked right now. There it is. Boom. There's our Discord server right there. So, but yeah, I don't. As far as memes go, if I said memes, I meant something else. So I was talking about all the accounts and stuff. David Stevens, the Mall Cop Matt apology sounded rehearsed. Probably. Do an interview of Rich Review Tech USA. I've always been a fan of Rich at Review Tech USA. So if he would want to come on this channel, I would be more than willing to have him on. I like Rich. I've always liked that channel. We don't agree on everything, which I'm caught in that thing that the internet loves to get caught up in. I really, and I'm guilty of it myself. But people always are like, oh, I don't agree with them on everything. Nobody agrees with anybody on everything. So we need to just stop saying that. Like, nobody agrees with everybody on everything. But I feel like the internet has created this thing where if you say you like somebody or you're a fan of someone, then they try to say, oh, you must agree with what they said about this. No, I just said I like them. It doesn't mean I agree. Literally, nobody agrees with everybody on everything. It's just not possible. Let's see. And Jar Jar. Yeah, that's right. Fanboy, the petition, about Bob Iger. Yeah, I know there's one out there, but Iger's not going anywhere. Iger's made a lot of money for the Walt Disney Company. A lot. So go Jarify. What's up, Jar Jar? Jar Jarami. I like that. That's a good one. Jar Jarami. Thousands of memes. Mega Mr. 46 in sports related news. Brian France, NASCAR CEO, has been arrested for DUI and drugs. Therefore, had to take a leave of absence. Yeah, that happened like last week. Never liked Brian France. Not a big fan of him at all. So I'm glad that he got caught with his pants down. Bob Iger is going to be president of the United States. He's definitely going to run for president. At least that's what I think. I think he's setting himself up for a run in 2020. That's what I believe. I don't agree with anything Jeremy says. I am here to learn what not to do. That's fantastic. I got to read that one again. Let's see. That's from Akuma813. I do not agree with anything Jeremy says. I am here to learn what not to do. That's great. That was awesome. James Lloyd Tiffner, thank you for the super chat. Cool shirt, bro. Thank you. Appreciate that. Can you get James Gunn on a live stream? James Gunn's not allowed on a live stream. No. I'll pass on that. And I know that would get great views, but no. Honestly, I would have James Gunn on. I would ask him some straight up questions that would make him very uncomfortable and make him answer. So yeah, I would actually have him on here just so he would have to answer tough questions. Will Star Wars Celebration end up like Gangs of New York, says Ryan Wilson. Not if the Fandom Menace has anything to do about it. Like we said last night, I guess there was some discussion about potential violence, Star Wars Celebration. And as Ethan said, as Jeff said, as I said, we don't stand for that. We're not calling for that. We have no intentions of that. We don't want any part of that. We want to go to Star Wars Celebration and have a good time. We want to go to Star Wars Celebration to interact with people and talk to people. And if people don't agree with us, we can have a conversation with them. That's all it's about. Just having conversations, meeting new people, and getting different perspectives on things. But yeah, we're not here for any of that at all. Let's see. I'm looking. Oh, fanboy. I mean, someone else just started that petition. That's what I mean. It's not from me. I got you. I understood what you were saying. I was just saying that it's pointless. You know what I mean? So, but I understood what you were saying, fanboy, because I know you had one going a while back. Let's see. Tracy says we're better than that. Absolutely, we are. Mark says, do you have kids? I have a kid. I have a daughter. Don't really like to talk much about my family, just because SJWs are crazy. You don't want to give them any ammunition. So go to respect women. All right. Jeremy, we all want to have a good time, but please do not underestimate the madness that is in Chicago. Rainbolt says, I hear you on that, man. I hear you. Chicago is it's pretty scary situation. What was it, a couple weeks ago? There's like 63 people shot in Chicago. It's awful, man. It's awful what's going on in Chicago. So yeah, I hear you on that. And Jeffrey Price said the same thing. So it's definitely something that we are going to keep our eye on. You got a Snapchat, Jeremy. I might have started a Snapchat a while back. I don't know anything about it. If I did start one years ago, I never signed into it after I signed up for it. So I don't know anything about Snapchat. Back in my day, we didn't have a Snapchat. So no, I don't. I'm too old, I guess, for Snapchat. Basil says, James Gunn comedy. I like to F children. Oh, man. Stop, Basil. Stop. Let's see. Mega Jetty 1. Nice lethal weapon. Martin Riggs blue shirt. Thank you. Everybody likes my shirt today. Everybody likes my shirt. So I appreciate that. I'm looking. Speaking of Jeremy's, do you watch Cinema Sins? I used to watch Cinema Sins way back in the day, but I don't anymore. Yeah, I haven't watched Cinema Sins in a long time. Let's see. As an SJW once said, hopes and Talia Al Ghul's comment. I'm not even going to read it back. Talia's cool. She's just repeating something I'd said a while back about what someone said about my kid. And so, yeah, I don't really talk about family stuff because people are crazy. Jeremy, more like jabroni, says Brighton Cherrier. That's actually a good one. I like that one. Jeremy, have you seen Remy's Mario Kart video? 100%, says Sebastian Smith. 100%. Love Remy's Mario Kart videos. They're great. They're fantastic. I would love to, what I want to do, if I ever get the finances, I would love to create in, maybe just not even in my house or my backyard, like in an isolated area, create this go-kart track that it's themed to Mario Kart, and we would get no profit from it. All proceeds would go to charity. We would use any income to maintain the property. Everything that was profit, we could push it all to charity, and then maybe Nintendo would allow us to use some of their likeness, which they probably wouldn't, but we could get around it and make a Mario Kart track with all types of obstacles and stuff like that, and for people just to come have fun. I would love to do that. It won't ever happen, but a guy can dream. So Jeremy, you might need to hire Hugh Jackman as a bodyguard. Muff the like button, says John. Yeah, make sure we're hitting that melee button. Smash that melee button. How's that melee button looking right now? Let's see. Where are we at? Let me pull up. Let me pull up the video. Let me go to my channel. Give me just a minute, guys. How are we looking? Of course, I'm pulling up the wrong tabs every 2 seconds. So there we go. Come on. Oh my God, this is taking forever. My channel. Thank you. Okay. And it says we're live now. And we got 189 likes. I'll take it. That's good. Okay. Where are we at? Globo Cop, 52-year-old here, saw episode 4 in theaters. Love the prequels. Yes. Prequel love always warms my heart. You know how much I adore the prequels and the prequel era. So I'm so happy to hear that. The Rookie Critic, if Disney needs more Star Wars content, they should add you, EVS, and World Class Bullshitters in for a nice check. More people watch you guys anyway. Yeah, hey, look, I mean, I've said this before. Make that 192 melee, says Talia Al Ghul. Yeah, I mean, I've said this before. I'm a big Disney fan. Like, I like Disney. Doesn't mean that I like everything they produce, and I'm critical of when I need to be. But I just enjoy Disney stuff. I mean, I love their animated movies. I obviously love their parks. I'm a big fan of their parks. That's the big thing for me is the theme parks. I don't like ESPN anymore. ESPN is garbage. But and obviously Star Wars is kind of garbage at this point. But I have faith that in time in time, once they drive this thing all the way into the ground, I have faith that they will get it fixed, but it's going to be years from now. If you saw my latest video where I was talking about Dave Filoni, potentially, because Dave Filoni is now announced that he's not involved with the day-to-day operations of Resistance, which again, that at first bothered me because I'm like, God, I mean, I wasn't even looking forward to this movie, but now I have no reason to look forward to this, movie, but show. Now I have no reason. But then I got to thinking about it and the fact that there was rumors about Kathleen Kennedy stepping down in September. And I'm like, Dave Filoni creating a project, then stepping away from the project, but he's putting creative people involved in the project and he's going to oversee it. That sounds a lot like what a person that's running the studio should be doing. And so maybe, I don't know. Pure speculation on my part. We shall see. All right. I'm looking. Basil says, I've never finished watching The Phantom Menace. Basil, get off this live stream right now and go finish The Phantom Menace. You have to. You owe it to yourself. Mega Jetty 1, have you seen the Sonic for Hire series? Funny stuff. I have not seen that one. Is that what channel is that on? I'll check it out. Crazy Phil 20XX just wanted to drop this coin off Roll Tide Bro. So Crazy Phil is actually our brand new Patreon manager on geeksandgamers.com. Everyone, welcome Phil in. You're going to be seeing a lot of Philip on our Patreon. I've told you guys that I know I've been really busy and I haven't been doing a good job of Patreon. That's why Philip is now in charge of our Patreon account. We're going to be working hard on the Patreon. We're going to be giving you guys a lot of behind the scenes stuff. I'll be on there doing private live streams, sending you guys t-shirts, showing you a lot of gameplay stuff from a lot of the Geeks and Gamers team. So Phil is going to make that happen. So happy to do that. I know, Philip, whenever I get off of here, you and I can have that phone call. I know we were supposed to talk earlier, but we will definitely talk later on and we'll get everything situated, man. Looking forward to it. All right. David Stevens says, so glad to hear that you like the prequels. I always get so much crap when I say I love the prequels, but I don't know why. They're awesome. Yeah, I mean, I acknowledge that the prequels aren't perfect, especially episode 1 and 2. I know, but when you watch the Clone Wars, it just makes me appreciate that era so much more. And I love Revenge of the Sith. I will fight for Revenge of the Sith. But I get it. I understand the criticisms all the time. People are asking about Interstellar. I got to watch Interstellar again, says Billy Ritchie. Interstellar, favorite movie of all time. I've already told you guys this. Where's my Interstellar poster? It's right over there. I got a lot going on in this room, but a room tour will happen. Don't worry. You never say my name. You can do it, Jeremy. I can't do it. Ajesh Jahali? Ajesh Jahali? I have no idea. At least I tried, and I apologize if I butchered it. I sincerely apologize. So, Cobra Commander, top 3 villain, changed my mind. I mean, Akuma813, you already said that you don't agree with anything I say, and you're only here to find out what not to do, which was fantastic comment, by the way. But I'm a big Cobra Commander fan. So, I agree with you on that. Basil says, Interstellar Ranger for the mother effing win. Ajesh Jali. Ajesh Hali, I think. Jali. I was close, though. I was close. You got to give me credit. I was close. Oh, man. Trying to catch up here. It's only a name. I don't care if you butcher mine. John Cipolla. Cipolla or Capola. I have no idea. Jeremy, I absolutely loved Cobra Law and the whole biotech thing. Cobra Law is great. Proper Jeremy can divide by 0. That's a great comment, Lando. That's a great comment. I like how, it's so funny because every time I see Lando Calrissian commenting on I saw him comment on another channel at one point, and it's because of that picture. And he's always like, Jeremy's a beautiful man. And I'm like, I don't know if that creeps me out or if I should just laugh at that. That's because of the picture and everything. So damn funny. All right. Let me see if I can catch up here. Hunter Rose, loved your video on Doom Eternal. Didn't even know SJWs went bonkers over this game, but I thought your voice acting was outstanding. I got to be honest, I don't remember any of those voices. I've got to watch that video back and try to remember what I was doing. I mean, I did the high pitched SJW voice. I think it was something like that, but I can't remember. I'll have to go back and watch it. That all was just right off the top of my head. So, Jeremy is an SJW against the letter C. Clay Hargett. That was funny. That was a good one. Machinima series also can the vids also see in the vids I suggested. I'm assuming you are asking if I've watched any of the vids you should suggest. I watched a couple of them from a few weeks ago, but nothing recently. Cobra Kai Commander. The hell was that? Yeah, some people said it sounded like Mickey Mouse. Mickey Mouse is in SJW. Let's see. Getting paid to watch G&G live. You guys are awesome. I always love going live with all of you guys. You guys make every day better. It's so funny. Jeremy, when is Cobra Kai season 2 coming out? I don't know, but I can't wait. I'm going to give them as much time as they need from a creative standpoint. So I'm not going to rush them through that process at all. Viper Cheap 117, make Star Wars or make episode 9 great again. Make Star Wars episode 9 great in the first place at this point, but make Star Wars great again. Ryan Wilson, Star Wars Episode 9 Twilight. Oh, Jeremy, the SJW Spectator. Is that a new chair? Nope, same chair. Same chair. If you watch carefully, Jeremy squeezes his nuts for that voice, says the Jacob Knight. Viper Chief making sense. Definitely going to get Doom Eternal. Yes, yes. I can't wait. I can't wait. Hail the new chair. All right, let me see if I'm falling behind. I'm not. I am caught up. I'm doing good. I'm doing good. I'm proud of myself for that. 2 more hours of paid time. Keep me entertained. All caps. Was that chair $3.99? No, but I do need to. I do need to do the PewDiePie stuff. But my chair can't do that. So maybe I need to get a chair that can do that. I may just go ahead and buy PewDiePie's chair just so I can do PewDiePie's gimmick. But I can always say, bro, I bought your chair, so I can actually do your gimmick because I bought your $400 chair. You know, that's the way I can work it in. So I think I might pull that off. So, but can you do this? Jeremy, how do you feel about The Dark Knight Rises? I wasn't thrilled when it's on. I feel compelled to watch it. That's from the Jeepers Turtle. Hang on, swig of water for the working man. So The Dark Knight Rises was one of my most anticipated films of all time. Obviously, because I love The Dark Knight. I love Christopher Nolan. I went into The Dark Knight Rises with insane expectations that no film was actually going to meet. But I ended up loving The Dark Knight Rises. I thought it was going to be better than The Dark Knight. Obviously, it wasn't. I was wrong about that. But I love The Dark Knight Rises. I acknowledge some of the criticisms, and it does have problems that most Nolan films don't have. But overall, I still very much love The Dark Knight Rises. I acknowledge the mistakes that are made in it, but I tend to overlook them. You know, it's like, where's the trigger? Where's the trigger? It's such a bad line. I thoroughly enjoy the first fight between Batman and Bane. I think it's one of the great fight scenes in a comic book movie. But the second fight was a really big letdown. I thought Miranda Tate, that whole angle with Miranda Tate was really crap. And her being Talia, ultimately, her death was really painful. Like, the way she died was incredibly painful. And there's just a couple of other little things about the movie that I have issues with. I hated the kiss between Batman and Catwoman in the end. I was okay with the ending with Bruce being alive. But yeah, overall, I'm a big fan of the movie. But I acknowledge the criticisms for sure. All right. Let's see. Troy Bad Heart Bull. This is all I have right now, but I believe in your channel. Thank you. Troy, thank you, man. I mean, I really appreciate that. I take that seriously. And so, you know, you're awesome for that, man. Thank you for the belief in the channel. We're going to keep working our ass off to make this community and this channel and this brand a place that everyone is proud of. So thank you. Thank you so much for that. All right, let me catch back up. Elric says, Jeremy, saw the Meg, thought it was a good, fun movie. I'm happy about that, man. The Meg, I just, yeah, it was really good. It was really good. All right, I'm just scrolling back up a little bit. Have you watched some of Jordan Peterson's lectures? He's a big ally and all this. Definitely. I'm definitely familiar with Jordan Peterson. Definitely. Basil, apparently not a big fan of The Dark Knight Rises at all. Basil, very, very, very against The Dark Knight Rises. Oh, more thumbs down from Basil. Even more thumbs down from Basil. Basil wants to be heard. Basil does not like The Dark Knight Rises. So I just wanted to make sure we were getting that emphasis down. The J Red or Dread says Nintendo Land Mario Kart ride. Oh, I can't wait. I'm so excited. That's one reason I want to get started with this theme park stuff, because again, I'm a huge fan of theme parks, and I really want to get ahead of the curve on this Nintendo Land that's happening at Universal Orlando. It looks, I mean, I don't know a lot about it because they're in the early development of it, but this sounds amazing. Sounds incredible. I will live at Universal Orlando. Viper Chiefs at 117. Girls watch Jeremy's channel. He gets all the ladies. Oh, man. $250 super chat. Did somebody send a $250 super chat? Oh, well, that's the currency. It's probably maybe $10, $15 for US, which is fine. I'm not complaining. I was saying it's not quite. Like, that'll break down. Let me add that up, and I'll tell you what that's going to be. Let me pull up my calculator here. So P8P US currency. Oh my God. So that will be $4.67 to the US currency. So that's Philippines. I believe in Whammon, says Viper Chief 117. Real Ruler 2112. Mario Kart with a C or Mario Kart with a K? Where's it at? Where is it at? I don't have I thought I had my Mario Kart sitting by me. Mario Kart with a K. With a K. Damn it. Do you feel in charge? I love that line from Bane. I love it. In other news, Nintendo is cracking down again on retro game downloads, Jeremy. Yes, and I'm going to make a video on that topic tomorrow. So, because some people asked me about it. I mean, that news has been out for a while. So it's just one of those things. But people are asking me about it, so I'm going to talk about it. I do have opinions on that. So look for a video tomorrow morning on the Nintendo emulator story that's going on. Boom, 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 boom. Most of the world is on US dollar, so $5 is like a lot of money. No, hey, every dime that is you know, put to super chat is fully appreciated, and you know, I just even if there's days that I don't feel like going live. I mean, I know you guys are actually. I tell how much you guys enjoy these by basically this is tips is what it is. So like, it's like a waiter at a restaurant, and it's tips. And if you guys are providing anything at all, whether it's $1, $5, $10, whatever, I know that you guys are enjoying what we do, and you're basically saying, I want you to keep doing this. So even if there's days that I don't even feel like live streaming, I'm like, hey man, the people want it, so you know, we got to give it to them. So what I've been doing is not making these public after, if it's just me live streaming, not making them public, but then taking aspects of it, chopping it up, and then posting that as a video, and then you putting the unlisted live stream in the link below so you can watch the full live stream if you want. Like a strip club too, says Dylan Krubel. Absolutely. All right. Escape World Show says we love you. Right back at you. Right back at you. Jeremy needs super chats for speech therapy. Well, NE Dynamo. Yeah, I do when you spell things like that. How am I supposed to know that it says NE Dynamo? How am I supposed to know that? Any money Jeremy is thankful for. Any money or support, comments, likes, shares, any interactions we have going on, I'm thankful for. Lando Bucks. Proper Jeremy prefers Mario Kart with a C, says Angel Butler. Yes, Jeremy, proper Jeremy does. He absolutely does. Nintendo is doing the Napster thing. I'll give you guys a little bit of insight on how I feel about this Nintendo situation. I need to do a little more research before I do my full video. So basically, Nintendo has filed lawsuits against 2 major emulator websites. It's real simple. It's Nintendo's IP. Nintendo can do whatever they want with it. Now, are they going to stop emulators online? No, they're never going to stop it. It's just not going to happen. But when you have one of these sites has like 17 million people a month going to it. So when you have a breeding ground that big and Nintendo is looking at it and saying, hey, I think that we're going to do this business model where we want to put all of our old topics on the Nintendo eShop for retro games, but we have 17 million people going to get all these emulators online for free. From a business standpoint, they're looking at it going, that's hurting what they want to do in the future. They're never going to stop emulators. It's just not going to happen. But they have the right to do this. And then I hear a lot of people go, oh, well, Nintendo's stuff is down, but Sega and Atari and ColecoVision and all these other companies are allowing it. What do those companies have in common that Nintendo doesn't? All of those companies, all of them are out of business, and Nintendo is here, and they've been relevant for, they've been around for a long, long time, but they've been the dominant company within the gaming industry since like 1985. Yeah, they've had their ups and downs, but there's a reason why Atari and Sega are out of business and Nintendo isn't. So when people say, well, all these other companies are allowing their games to be on that site, yeah, and all those companies are out of business. So, Nintendo's doing what they need to do. And my whole thing is, I want Nintendo to last forever. So if Nintendo needs to make these decisions to make their company more profitable for the future, and they can continue to give me top tier games like they do every single time, then I'm all for it. Nintendo is not above mistakes. I've said 1,000 times, Nintendo is arrogant. Sometimes they are not self-aware. Sometimes they lose perspective. The Wii U completely failed for one reason. And it didn't fail because it was a bad system. The Wii U was a great system. The Wii U had amazing first-party titles. The Wii U was awesome. The Wii U failed because Nintendo is arrogant and has no self-awareness. So they had the Wii, which was a big, huge success. We all know this. It sold over 100 million systems. And then they brought the Wii U out. The worst name in the history of video games is the Wii U. It's the worst name ever. It is so, they had to actively be dumb to come up with that name. Why did they come up with that name? Because they looked at the sales of the Wii and they were like, oh, wow, the Wii sold 120 million copies. People are going to just eat this up. The problem was 75% of the audience that bought the Wii were people that weren't gamers. They just weren't. They were families and retirement homes and, get-togethers with all these people that had never cared about video games, but they saw the Wii U or the Wii bowling and all that. And then they flooded the market with all these family-friendly games that nobody cared about, these garbage titles. So with the Wii, they flooded the market. You had great games on that system. Super Mario Galaxy 1 and 2 were phenomenal. Mario Kart, Super Smash Brothers, but they flooded the market with all of that gimmicky bullcrap. So when the Wii U came out, it was dead on arrival. Why? Because the people that bought the Wii weren't waiting for the next system. They didn't even care. Their Wiis were collecting dust at that point. So Nintendo is not above making mistakes. They're not. But in this situation, I'm going to defend them. So Wii U is stupid. What about Xbox One after 360? Well, again, the Xbox One, not a big fan of that name, Ian McDonald. I'm not a big fan of the name Xbox One, but at least it makes sense because they were trying to say it's the one unit you can have in your living room that can do everything. It's a stupid name, but at least it had some type of significance to what the name meant. And from the marketing standpoint, they were trying to push forward. Plus, the Xbox name had a built-in brand of gamers, whereas the Wii didn't. The Wii was the built-in brand for the Wii were people that weren't going to support the next system. They just weren't. They weren't gamers. So that's my problem with it right now. Okay. Basil says Batman Begins at 9.5 out of 10. The Dark Knight an 8. Dark Knight Rises 6. We've had this discussion before, Basil. You are objectively wrong when you give The Dark Knight an 8. You just are. It's okay to be wrong. It's okay. I've been wrong before. You're okay to be wrong too. But no, I know Batman Begins is a better Batman movie than The Dark Knight. I'll give you that one. But The Dark Knight is slightly a better movie, just slightly a better movie, and they're both masterpieces. And I can't really argue with you on The Dark Knight Rises. I think that's a fair score. I'm a little bit higher than you on that, but a 6 is a fair score because it does have problems that a lot of Nolan movies don't, especially Nolan's Batman movies. Arkham Released. Have you ever watched the BBC sci-fi sitcom Red Dwarf? I have not. Is that on Netflix, Arkham Released? Is that on Netflix? And give me a little more details. If it's sci-fi sitcom, I don't know if that's something that interests me. I typically like sci-fi sitcom. That just doesn't sound like something I would be interested in. But I'm open. You can let me know what else is going on, and I'm open to listen. Reed Palantia, thank you so much, Reed. Great to see another live stream. Heard of South Korea having esport problems of match fixing. Thought to be a $2 billion business. Weird seeing that, but not surprised. I'm not surprised about that at all. I mean, there's definitely that's a big problem they're going to be facing in the future with that. I mean, that's got to be. There's a lot of details that goes along with esport gaming, so that actually doesn't surprise me at all. So, Basil, emulators run on PC Master Race with killer AA. Well, that's fine, but guess what doesn't run on your PC Master Race? Mario Kart 8 or Breath of the Wild. What up now? Or God of War. What up now? Come on, Basil. Bring it. It's all good, though. No hate. No hate. The Rookie Critic, Xbox Central or Core would have been a better name. Yeah, I'd say those would be better names. Xbox One's not a good name. It's not. But from a marketing standpoint, it wasn't good, but it was better than the Wii U. And again, you look at the Xbox One sales versus PS4. PS4's killing the Xbox, killing it. Sean Gilbert, thoughts on Kathleen Kennedy starving us, delaying, canceling Obi-Wan for 9, and why no Force-centric spinoffs yet? Why was that one? Why was the one we wanted not first? Because she has no idea what she's doing. Swig of water for the working man. Hang on just a minute, Sean. All right, swig of water for the worker man. I mean, she has no idea what she's doing. Like right now, I truly believe that she's not in power anymore. I truly believe it. Now, maybe she is. Breath of the Wild actually does run on PC, Jeremy. Damn it. Well, there goes my point. Well, screw my point then. Anyway, but back to my point on this Kathleen Kennedy thing. I don't think she's in power anymore. I think that they got rid of all the spinoffs because I'm going to relate this to sports a little bit, so don't get mad at me. But when you have a new general manager that takes over a sports team, usually that general manager wants a clean slate. So any of the ideas or the people that the previous GM had in place, they tend to fire or get rid of all of those ideas so the new GM can come in with a clean slate. So with this, if Kathleen Kennedy is in fact not in power anymore, then all of her projects that were in motion, they needed to wipe them to have a clean slate so that whoever does come in to replace her doesn't have to worry about all of the projects that were already in motion that she set up, because that new person running creative isn't going to want everything she had. And she's already proven to be a person that put a lot of projects in motion that weren't ready, that the fans didn't want and weren't going to be successful. So that's the way I'll look at it. All right. Everything can be emulated on PC. I mean, yes, it can, but it's still not the same game. That's the point I'm trying to make. Like, okay, if you want to talk about emulators for Super Nintendo games, absolutely. You're going to get the same experience. You're not getting the same experience on Mario Kart 8 or Breath of the Wild or God of War that you're getting on a PlayStation or an Xbox or a Nintendo Switch. That's my point. So you're just not. And that's what it comes down to me is I want to play the system that it's designed for. so I can get maximum usage of the game. So let's see. Is Stephanie in here? Hello, Stephanie. I'm trying to look through the comments. I've been yapping so much, and I'm missing a lot of your comments, so I apologize for that. 456 people watching. Thank you so much. Again, if you're just joining us, we've had a lot of discussion on this one. We've been talking about Monday. Matt gave an in-depth apology. I read all of it. I'm not going to read it again. You can go to his Twitter and check that out if you want to. We have talked a lot about video games. The PC Master Race is after me because I'm a Nintendo for life guy. And so Basil and me have had, some problems. Basil doesn't like the fact that I like The Dark Knight Rises. I don't like the fact that Basil gave The Dark Knight an 8 out of 10. I find that very offensive, and it's borderline hate speech. I'm trying to work past it, but I don't have my pink pussy hat right now, so I'm feeling a little offended right now. A little offended by Basil. So, and then we're just talking about whatever everybody else wants to talk about right now. So, Stephanie, let me get back to where you're at. Let me see. My channel is almost DOA. What happened, Stephanie? What happened? Yes, I am a filthy console peasant. What happened, Stephanie? Let's see. I don't know how to say this one. Achurus77 says, you have no point, Jeremy, yet here you are watching. So who's the fool? Zach Pickens, I love PC and Nintendo, Jeremy. Zach, our differences are all under the table now. You love Nintendo. We're good. Everything that happened in the past, we're all good now. It's all good. See, this is how I operate, man. This is how I operate. No one's getting notifications. I'll be honest, I've had that problem. And again, I'm not like, I have to understand that, this channel has actually, like, I know, look, a lot of, probably most of you watching, not all of you, but I'm sure a lot of you watching are like, man, you got a lot of subs, Jeremy. I'd kill to have your subs. So I'm not complaining, okay? But yes, it's frustrating that, notifications has been such a big problem for my channel recently. But it seems like we had a good day today. A lot of you are telling me that you got, notifications today. So I'm happy about that. So, Stephanie, I'll tell you this. And again, I'm not a veteran of YouTube, but I will say, matter of fact, let me pull this video up. There's a video I want you to watch. Let me find it. Let me find it. I'm going to drop this in the link below. So if you're having any YouTuber that's dedicated to their channel, you have to know that you're always going to go through ups and downs. Always. I got to find it. Give me a minute. There we go. Okay. So, Stephanie, when you get time, and any other YouTubers, watch this video right here. This is from the great PewDiePie. And he talks about a YouTube channel and how the struggles that every YouTuber goes through. And this is from the man. It's the man right here. He's got 64 million subs, I think. So if anybody knows the game, it's him. So definitely check that out. And so, I think that'll help raise your spirits a little bit. But just weather through it. Keep doing what you're doing. You're awesome. And, you have the Fandom Menace on your side. So, boop, boop, boop. See, Jacob Ender says, you and the Quartering should do a joint live stream together. I like Jeremy. I would totally be okay with that. Okay, let me see. Sean Carson, Prestige is my favorite Nolan most underrated, or my favorite movie, Nolan's most underrated. The Prestige is incredibly underrated. That happened at a time before Christopher Nolan was Christopher Nolan, before everybody paid attention to him. I would definitely agree with you that The Prestige is his most underrated, and it's arguably among his best. I would say The Dark Knight's his best movie objectively. My favorite is Interstellar, but they're all great. So all of them are great. Jeremy just said, let me see. Where are we at? Mega Jetty, watch a video titled The Force Awakens, except Rey is not a Mary Sue. Shows Rey getting backhanded in the face. Rewatch TFA to see it. I don't want to rewatch TFA. I don't want to rewatch TFA. I will check that out, Mega Jetty. Bagel Goose, The Dark Knight, 0 out of 10, no Cecil. That's fantastic. Memento is probably his most underwatched. I would agree with that too, because I feel like more people have probably seen The Prestige, because it came out right before everybody realized who Christopher Nolan was, but it still missed that window of Christopher Nolan is the greatest of all time that everybody freaked out. But yeah, I mean, Memento is just an amazing film. So all right, let me see. All right, we're caught up on Super Chat. Swig of water for the working man. Christian Garcia, I think Insomnia is Christopher Nolan's most underrated movie, but that's just me. Insomnia is great. It's probably, outside of the following, probably my least favorite Nolan film. But again, that doesn't mean anything, because I love every film this man has done. And Insomnia is great. Very underrated, very underappreciated for sure. Did you get Cecil's super chat? I got Bagel Goose's super chat, which is Cecil. So where he said The Dark Knight, 0 out of 10, no Cecil. So Excite Bike in the background. That's right. Cecil is love. Yes, Cecil is. Cecil is love. Cecil is life. Cecil with a K. Reed Palantia says, I could never talk as much as you do for these live chats. I would just lose my voice. Hey, I'm here to entertain, so as long as I can go. Jeremy, what's your favorite N65 game? And the N65 was actually released a year after the N64. It was actually an upgrade. So Jedi Rider knows what they're talking about. No, they don't. So Cecil is the wrong kind of love. Let's see. I'm looking. No, Cecil, please God. I thought that I was the one you didn't like. Achurus 77. I thought I was the one. So, all right, let me see. Insomnia, that one with Robin Williams. I hated that one. Lame as hell, if I'm thinking of the right one. Yes, that was with Robin Williams. He was actually a bad guy. Al Pacino and Robin Williams are in it. I think it's a really good movie. Definitely not Nolan's best, but I could see it definitely being his most underrated or appreciated for sure. NE Dynamo, why don't you live stream with the creator of Earthworm Jim? He's been active lately. I don't know who the creator of Earthworm Jim is, but I was a big fan of Earthworm Jim back in the day. So that's definitely on the table. I would love to talk to that guy. I don't know much about Earthworm Jim after the first game or two, but I enjoyed the hell out of Earthworm Jim when it first came out. Robin Williams, terrible bad guy, including that other movie. I thought Robin Williams was a good bad guy. He was in that, and what was that other one Robin Williams was in? Whereas 1 Hour Photo, I think 1 Hour Photo. Achura 77, no, I just like being an ass. Hey, I'm okay with this. It's not a problem. He's good buddies with EVS. Okay. All right. I'll check that out. Cecil with 2 Ks should play proper Jeremy at Mario Kart, says Obi-Wan 27883. Oh man, that would be a great live stream. 1 Hour Photo is underrated as hell, says Brighton Cherrier. I haven't seen 1 Hour Photo in a long time. I don't remember it, so I can't really give an opinion on it. Edward Coleman, Christopher Nolan is overrated. At least that's what Ryan Johnson thinks. Well, we all know if Ryan Johnson thinks it. So it's not true. Jedi Rider says, Jeremy, I meant to type 64. I got big fingers, okay? All right, my bad. So what's my favorite N64 game? And I always say this, it's always Mario Kart. But if I have to exclude Mario Kart from it, it's still going to be like racing games. Now, look, there's some fantastic all-time great games on the 64. You got Super Mario 64, Ocarina of Time, Majora's Mask. You've got all these amazing games, but I'm always leaned to racing games. And Wave Race and Diddy Kong 64 or Diddy Kong Racing is right there at the top of my list for 64 games. So, what are your favorite 64 games? Also, the WCW versus NWO World Tour. Those games were amazing. GoldenEye, yes, GoldenEye is an all-time great game. So, Smash Bros. Where it made its Smash Bros. Is where it made its premiere. So definitely. Tim Riggs says Super Nintendo over the Nintendo 64. I agree with you. Super Nintendo is the greatest system ever made. No Mercy, amazing. F-Zero GX, best racer ever, says Subliminal Messages. Cruising the World. Cruising the World. Oh, get PewDiePie as your sponsor, man. Dude, if y'all can make PewDiePie aware of me, that would be great. I'm a big fan of Pewds, so and then maybe I can bring him on for some Pew news on the Geeks and Gamers channel. That would be great. Yeah, Eternal Darkness was a hidden gem for sure. Star Wars Pod Racer, Conquer's Bad Fur Day, and Resident Evil 2, all great games. As shitty as Phantom Menace is, I like Episode 1 Racer. I agree. Nick says, big fan of Pubes. No, Pewds. Pewds. Shadows of the Empire. Yes, I have that sitting right over there. He's the worst thing that came out of Sweden. Sorry, Jeremy. Oh, come on now. Come on, Billy Ritchie. Anomaly Inc. Hey, Jeremy, just curious. Have you seen Chris Duckman's spoiler-free Last Jedi review? What's your opinion? He got chastised for critiquing it. I like Chris Duckman. I don't recall if I've seen his Last Jedi review. But hell, I can't hold people accountable for their first opinions of The Last Jedi. I don't know what his opinion was. When I first saw it, I was fine with it. And then I obviously started thinking about it because, again, I went into this movie determined to like it and not really accepting that I couldn't like it. So once I really started, like I walked out of the theater and I was like, something's wrong. Something's wrong. But it's just me. It's just me. It's just me because there's no way I had real problems with this movie. I mean, it's just me. I'm just not grasping everything. Yeah, it was. I was right. So, but it took me a little time to figure that out. So I don't know but again, so I can't hold other people accountable for their initial thoughts on The Last Jedi. Look, it happened with the prequels. You know, a lot of people went into the prequels and just were not acknowledging the problems in those movies. And it took them multiple viewings. You know, people that love Star Wars. Like, I love when people say Jeremy doesn't love Star Wars. Then why was I forcing myself to love The Last Jedi or overlook all the problems? Like, I literally was living in my own echo chamber at that moment when I saw it. You know, and it was a great night we had because we had our Geeks and Gamers community meet up here in Pensacola. We had like 40 people in the theater with us. I got to speak to the theater beforehand. I was kind of on a high. But once I came off that high and started just looking at it, and then it just kept getting worse and worse and worse. And then the more Rian Johnson and Kathleen Kennedy would attack the fans, it was so bad. So yeah, I can't hold anybody accountable for their initial viewings of any movie. Where are we at? I'm looking. Jeremy, thanks for getting rid of the Patriots gear in favor of some Colts blue. Rob Dog. That's nice. That's well played. Jedi Rider Rogue Leader on the Cube was amazing. Yes, Rogue Leader, Rogue Squadron, great games. What do you think of Chris Pratt comment on avoiding the media? I haven't heard about that, so I'll have to check that out. I'm not aware of that one. Ooh, fanboy. I think he was faking it, man. I don't know what you were talking about. You talking about Stuckman? Do you like ABBA, Jeremy? Is that the Dancing Queen group? that the Dancing Queen? I think that's the only song I know from them. Anomaly Inc. Yeah, that was my reaction too. Yeah, I don't think I've seen Stuckman's review of it. Let's see. Geek Truth 64. I did a video kind of defending TLJ. A week later, I escaped the denial phase and accepted it sucked. Yeah, and that's the thing, man. Like, with me, I'm not going to, like, I'm not just going to, I'm going to act like I'm going to act with movies. So I go into movies wanting to love them. I really do. I went into Man of Steel determined to love the movie. I was determined to love Man of Steel. And the first few viewings, I was like, yeah, man, first viewing, I knew I was a little disappointed. Second viewing, I was like, okay, I think I like it. Third viewing, I was like, I don't like this movie. It was just it was a wave of emotions because I wanted to love it because I love Superman. And I was convinced that it was going to be like the Dark Knight of Superman movies. I know there's a lot of Man of Steel fans out there, and that's cool. I tried to like that movie, and I do still like the first 45 minutes of it. I love the stuff on Krypton. I love the stuff with him growing up and the interactions with his mom and his dad, except for when he lets, Jonathan Kitt die. But the last hour and a half of that movie, I hate it. But it took me some time to figure that out because I'm a fan, because I go into the movies wanting to love them. Yeah, I own a website. Yeah, I run a YouTube channel. I'm not a critic. I'm a guy who wants to watch movies and I want to like them. But when they're crap, they're crap. Sometimes it takes me a little while to watch them. The same thing happens with me with movies that I ultimately loved. When I watched Man on Fire for the first time, I didn't like it. I didn't hate it. I just didn't love it. But that's because I didn't really fully understand what they were trying to tell in the movie. So I always say the first time you watch a movie that's highly anticipated, you're watching the movie for what you want it to be. The second time you watch it, you're watching it for what it's intended to be. And it's not intended to be what you want it to be. You have to watch the movie for what the filmmakers are intending it to be. And at that point, you have to make up your mind. Now, with The Last Jedi, what did Rian Johnson intend to do with the movie? He intended to make a pile of shit. And that's exactly what he did. But with The Last Jedi, that's not just a movie. That's just not like a one-off movie. That is a movie that took place within a universe. And there was a precedent set with these characters. So when people are saying, oh, Star Wars fans just didn't get what they wanted, that's not true. Star Wars fans were expecting a Star Wars movie. We were expecting it to honor the mythology of the previous films. We were expecting it to honor what came before it and try to build for what will come after it. The Last Jedi destroyed what came before it and destroyed anything that can come after it. The Last Jedi is a piece of shit. That is a fact. You can like that piece of shit all you want. Nobody's saying you can't like bad movies. I like bad movies. I'm sure a lot of you like bad movies. Nothing wrong with liking bad movies. What's wrong with it is you ignoring that it's a bad movie. I like Adam Sandler movies. Adam Sandler movies are really bad at times. There's a couple of good ones, but most of them are really bad. And it's okay. I know they're bad movies. I'm okay with this. So that's one thing that people just, they can't understand. Like, they think because their opinion is this, that has to be everyone's. That's why I always talk about The Force Awakens. I don't even talk about my opinion of The Force Awakens. I just talk about how The Force Awakens was received. Now is much different than what it was, but you can't argue with the response at the time. It was widely received well. It just was. Now in time, it's not received well. And a lot of people that complained, that small fraction of people that complained about The Force Awakens are justified as hell. They saw it before a lot of us did. And I can acknowledge that. I was the one arguing for The Force Awakens when that 10% of Star Wars fans were arguing against it. I was standing up against them. Now, look who was proven right. It wasn't me. It was that 10% of the Star Wars fans that didn't like it from the start, and they faced an uphill battle because there was a lot of people that loved that movie. And now here we are after The Last Jedi, and all those people that criticized The Force Awakens are justified. They're 100% right. 100%. Now, is that Rian Johnson's fault? Is that J.J. Abrams' fault? I don't know. I think it's Kathleen Kennedy's fault. That's what I would say. So anyway, let me get back to Man on Fire. I watched Man on Fire, and I was expecting it to be full Denzel just being a badass. Now, that happened, but it took like half the movie to get there. But the first half of the movie, we were watching a broken man that was questioning all of his decisions that came before him. And he wasn't himself. He was very depressed. I wasn't expecting to see that. Halfway through the movie, something happens. I'm not going to give spoilers. I know the fucking movie's like 20 years old probably, but halfway through the movie, something happens that really re-energizes his will to live and his existence, and then we get full badass Denzel. But I didn't like the first half of the movie. Second time I watched it, I understood what he was going through, what the character of John Creasy was going through. So then I fully appreciated it. And Man on Fire is one of my favorite movies of all time now. I love Man on Fire. Love that movie so much. So, okay. Let me see. Bagel Goose, Cecil would beat you in Cario Mart. Nobody has done Cario Mart yet except for Bagel Goose. Bagel Goose is the first person that's done Cario Mart. That's fantastic. So let's see. Brighton Cherrier, 14 years ago, not 20. Jeremy, 14. Good one, Bagel Goose / Cecil. Mega Jetty 1, plans for Idris Elba Bond. On one hand, SJW is trying to ruin another franchise. On the other hand, Idris Elba is a good actor, good or bad. So this is the first time I've talked about this Idris Elba as Bond. I want to preface what I'm going to say. So I'm not a big Bond fan. So my opinion is kind of irrelevant in respect to the franchise because I'm not a big Bond fan. So I don't really have a vested interest in this one way or the other. With that said, my opinion is that Idris Elba is a fantastic choice for James Bond. Based on my little knowledge, I've seen a few Bond movies, and I just think Idris Elba is a great actor, and I think that I think he'll nail it. I think it'll be great. So, but that's just my opinion. And again, if I don't know what I'm talking about, if Bond fans want to rip me apart for that, I totally understand. I totally do. I'm not going to get mad at you for that. All right. Where we at? Basil, Man of Steel was a 5-year-old kid trying to be Nolan. Basil, we're back on the same page. All of our differences are behind us right now. We're on the same page, Basil. So, Reed Palantia, going by the comments by Rian Johnson, he wanted to do his own movie and was just so petty against Mark Hamill. The last is more than anything that upset me. Yeah, look, Rian Johnson never intended to make a Star Wars movie that benefited the universe. He just didn't. Let's see, nitrium oxide. Jeff's going to be mad at you for that. Look, if you guys haven't figured it out, Jeff and I disagree on a lot. And that's why we're brothers, because we respect each other. So Jeff and I disagree on a lot. But at the end of the day, nothing's going to come between Jeff and I. We're brothers and we're good. So the Fandom Menace sticks together even when they disagree. But yes, Rian Johnson never intended to make a good Star Wars movie. He just didn't. He intended to make a movie that disrupted everything and made people mad. So if you want to look at it, Rian Johnson accomplished what he set out to do. So from one aspect, you have to appreciate that. Okay? Hey, you set out to ruin this franchise and make a crappy movie and piss people off. You did what you wanted. But on the other hand, fuck him. Because he took the greatest franchise of all time and he decided to put his little man-baby hands on it, and he just intentionally screwed it up just because that's the type of person he is. He's a troll director. That's exactly what he is. And it's unbelievable. It's unbelievable that the guy got away with it. But that's the world we live in. So, so now all we have to do with what happened with Solo, if Kathleen Kennedy is gone, eventually this man will not be doing this trilogy. He just won't. The Rookie Critic, what do you think about the future of movie theaters? Will they die? Will they rise in numbers? Will they adapt and be more inviting? That's a great question. That's a fantastic question. Once upon a time, I really, really enjoyed going to the cinema. I really did. It meant a lot. It was an event. It felt cool. It felt awesome. And I looked forward to going to see the latest movie every weekend. With technology, with all of these dipshit kids that just want to talk and text and do all of this crap in these theaters, like, I don't really like going to movies anymore. I just don't. I can't stand it. It's too much money. It's too much trouble. I would rather sit at home on my, TV, my 4K TV, and my surround sound in the comfort of my own home and not have to worry about some stupid ass little kid on his brand new iPhone that his daddy bought him because he's a little rich little cocksucker and he's never earned anything in his life. And he's sitting there with his little ditzy girlfriend and all they're doing is making out and talking and kicking seats. It pisses me off. It really does. I really can't stand going to the movie theater anymore. And for that reason, it's hurt the experience for a lot of people. Like, if you want to pay money to talk, fucking go somewhere else. Get out of the movie theater. Nobody wants you here. So it's unbelievable to me. It drives me crazy. So the future though. So let me get to the specifics. It comes down to this. So one thing I don't understand why theaters don't do this. Why don't theaters give us Bluetooth technology? So like a lot of us have Bluetooth. I have my Bluetooth over there. We have these Bluetooth headphones. Why won't they allow us to Bluetooth the sound to our Bluetooth headphones from the movie theater? That way I don't have to listen to these idiots talking, smacking, giggling, all of that. Why don't they do that? Like, it seems like that would be a pretty simple thing, right? Bluetooth technology. If you have a Bluetooth into it, and you can just listen to all of the audio in your headphones if you have them. I don't know why they don't do that. That's one thing. They have to work on making the experience better for the consumer, because right now the consumer experience sucks at a movie theater. It sucks, and it's way too expensive. It might be of safety concerns, Jeremy. Yeah, I mean, I guess, but I mean, let's see. Sun Crusher says they do in the theaters here. Okay. Yeah, I don't think that would be a safety concern because they could have it programmed to, if something goes wrong, it kills the audio in your headphones. If the fire alarm goes off or whatever, like, there's ways they could work around that. So, headphones would probably be against fire codes, says Biffy Tannen. I don't know about that. Geek Core says Jeremy got in a soy smackdown by a skater kid. You can ask anybody that knows me. Almost every time I go to a theater, I get into a confrontation with someone, and I try to avoid it, but I can't keep my mouth shut when people want to run their mouths. It drives me crazy. And at some point, I'm going to get in some big trouble. Luckily, I'm in very good with the theaters here. But all right, let me see. All right, let me see. I'm trying to read your comments too. So sharing earbuds can give you eat infections. I'm not saying sharing. I'm saying if you have your own headphones, these are the ones that you wear in, the ones you have connected to your phone. Let's see, Nitrium Oxide. Wow, Jeremy, you have more subs than EVS. It'll come and go. He'll pass me. World Class will pass us both. It comes and goes. So I don't really, we're not in competition by any means. We all want to grow together. So, it'll come and go. He'll pass me back. World Class will pass us. It's peaks and valleys. So, I'm just happy to be among EVS and World Class. So, let's see. You can catch Ligma if you share earbuds. Well, that is a big problem. I mean, I don't know if you guys understand what's going on with Ligma, but it's a really big problem. Ninja caught Ligma. It's very, very sad situation. A lot of people are catching Ligma right now, and it's really scary. Obi-Wan, yes, I'll get to it. My bad. Give me just a minute. But Ligma is a big problem, and it's something we all need to be aware of. And so if you or someone you love has had any contact with anyone with Ligma, please reach out to the proper authorities right now. Call your local doctor. Call your local hospital. Get treatment immediately. This is a big problem, and we all need to rise above it. Rise above Ligma. Hashtag rise above Ligma. So show them the text on your phone. Okay, hang on. All right, so he says show them this show this on your live stream, fucking traitor. But it's gonna show your phone number, man. Here, hang on. Let me take a screenshot. Take a screenshot. Okay. All right, so that's what he's talking about. Will it show it? There's too many lights. Too many lights. Can't show it. Anyway, it's a screenshot of me saying fuck Nintendo because I was mad because I was playing Mario Kart, I believe, and I got hit by too many blue shells and I was very, very upset. So that's what happens. So yeah, and they use that screenshot against me all the time. Okay. Obi-Wan 27883 perspective. Recasting Bond as Idris Elba is like recasting Idris Elba as Han Solo for Soy Wars. It's just not something that should be done. Oh, and see, it's just hard. Again, I don't know. I don't know what to say about it. It's just that's me on the outside looking in, but I will defer to people that know more about Bond and have watched Bond and have more interest in that. So yeah, I will defer to the experts on that. So it seemed like, or let me know, guys, in the comments. Yes or no? Are you in favor of Idris Elba as James Bond? I'm just curious. Yes or no? I just want to know because I don't know I want to know what the feedback is. So, yes or no? Do you want Idris Elba as Bond? The Jacob Knight says, great stream. Jeremy, got to go later. A lot of no's. I mean, a lot. Overwhelming. There's some yeses. I saw some yeses. I would say it's probably 70-30 no's. I'd say 70-30 no's is what I'm seeing right now. Okay. All right. 70-30 no's. Okay. The Grand Inquisitor. Star Wars needs more eagles in it. I don't even know what that means. Sun Crusher, gotta go, Jeremy. You're the man. Thank you so much. Appreciate that, man. Appreciate that. Yeah, Ligma, guys. Ligma. You're serious. It's a big problem. It's a big problem. Reed Palantia, got things to do. I love the channel. I'll catch up later. Thank you so much. You have a great evening. You're reading too many things. Your support is always appreciated, and you know that. You do know that. I hope you do, because I'm always telling you. So, Henry Cavill for Bond. I actually think that's probably a great choice. Henry Cavill would be amazing as Bond. I don't know why they wouldn't do that. The Rookie Critic, love your theater answer, Jeremy. A follow-up is, what's your opinion on streaming services, games versus discs, DVDs, CDs? Streaming is the way of the future. There's no doubt about it. There's nothing going to change that. Like, we are heading in that direction. I don't like it. I am a physical copy person. Obviously, I love Netflix, and Netflix has been fantastic. But if I have to pick, it's physical copies. There's no doubt about it. Always physical copies. But it's the way of the future. We all have to accept it. I would say in another 10 years, there may not even be physical copies available at this point. So, Jeremy, I need your P.O. box for your care package. I will get it next live stream with Doomcock. I'll give you guys the P.O. box. I just don't have it on me right now. I don't know it off the top of my head. So, let's see. All-female Bond cast? Absolutely not. So, Cavill is blacklisted. Talked about feminazis. You know, I wonder how that's going to work. Tom Hiddleston would be a great choice as the next Bond. I wonder how that's going to work out, because I don't know how can they even say anything bad about what he said? I truly can't figure that out. It's going to be crazy if they blacklist him. It really will. It really will. So, proper Jeremy for Bond, proper Jeremy for James Bond. Hello, name's proper. Wait, hang on. That's wrong. Hello, name's Jeremy. Proper Jeremy. I've effed that one all up, so my apologies. All right. Let's see. Oh, so all the Fandom Menace is all live now. So yeah, the viewers are gonna be all everywhere. So all right, let me see here. Keep practicing. Keep practicing. The names. I gotta think about how I'm gonna say this. The names. Okay, so then the name's Jeremy. Proper Jeremy. You want to have some. Oh, wait, no, proper Jeremy doesn't have sex. Proper Jeremy does not do that. He respects women. Proper Jeremy's overwhelmed. Proper Jeremy's overwhelmed. I'm so sorry. I had impure thoughts. I apologize. Proper Jeremy apologizes to every woman in existence. I had an impure thought. I don't know what I was thinking right now. I have to go get therapy right now. I apologize. Okay. So, all right. Staying here for Proper Jeremy, DJ Quad. Is Proper Jeremy married? Proper Jeremy is in a committed relationship with a domestic partner. So, oh man. Proper Jeremy watches sex. Jeremy, proper Jeremy, blended, not strained. Megan Fox as James Bond as a cosplay anyway. Megan Fox needs to stay away from every movie ever, even though she is hot. She's definitely hot. All right. Proper Jeremy is a sociopathic killer. Stay far away. Stephanie, off to watch a movie. Yeah, I'm going to be bouncing anyway here soon. So if you guys want to go support the Fandom Menace, go support EVS, go support World Class. I am going to bounce because I've got a lot to do. I've been on here for a while now. I don't know how long I've been streaming, but been a while. Make sure you smash that melee button if you don't mind. I appreciate that. I appreciate all of you. Let's see. John says, no thanks. We stick with you, Jeremy. Well, thank you. Aaron, Gaming with Geeks, you hyped for Punisher Season 2? 100%. Mofos, I love John Bernthal's Punisher. Absolutely. It's one of my, it's just incredible. It's absolutely incredible. So, yeah, I can't wait. Let me see. Jeremy, thank you, Jeremy. Have a magical evening. Thank you. Jeremy, Star Wars Theory is sharing Raylo. I mean, that's, look, again, I Star Wars Theory is my friend. We're not going to agree with everything. So that's a discussion he and I might can have on this channel when I can get him on, and we can talk about that. I'll have to watch his video about that. Proper Jeremy has a partner. He can't say wife, or is that SJW Jeremy? You can't say wife. Proper Jeremy can't say that W word, and he can't say that nasty F word to describe the women. He can't do it. Let's see. Have a good night, Jeremy, says John Solo. All right, I got to bounce. So anyway, Punisher is the best superhero show, 100%. All right, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Doomcock will be live on the Geeks and Gamers YouTube channel. Check out Geeks and Gamers Radio Network. Check out geeksandgamers.com. Check out Sports Wars. Check out Anime Lately. Check out our Twitch channel, check out our Patreon, check out our Discord. You guys have a great night, and we will see you later. Tell EVS I said hello. Tell Jeff over at World Class I said hello. Schnick, I'm sorry. I gotta go. I got some stuff I gotta do. So anyway, love you all. Appreciate you all. Tomorrow, Doomcock, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. Talk to you later.